Hi folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. This is episode 8 of the Beginner's Guide 2023, and as you can no doubt see, since the last episode we've made the reptilian armor set. So I made a massive mistake in the last episode when we went to the dregs, because as we entered the area of the dregs, it actually unlocked this dungeon delver journey step. But because I hadn't set it to in progress, it didn't tick off the find the dregs and explore the dregs journey steps. So as I had to go back in there anyway to get more abyssal fangs to craft this armor, because there wasn't enough from the... I've actually done it twice since then. I went back in twice to get enough fangs to make the full set. So I've enabled it the second time it went in, so as soon as you go in the dregs, you'll get the find the dregs, and then once you complete the end of it, you'll get explore the dregs. And this is going to work our way through a whole bunch of the different dungeons in the game. So the next one it's telling us to go to is the Midnight Grove, but we're a bit away from that. Then we've got the Black Keep, the Well of Skelos, the Sunken City, the Silver Mine, the Warmaker Sanctuary, and then finally the Wine Cellar. So a lot of really difficult dungeons down here towards the end. Midnight Grove is not that bad, but it's certainly we're not quite ready for that yet. But anyway, so like I said, off camera I've been and I've done the dregs another twice. Once you know what you're doing and where you hit the buttons, it's pretty quick, so you can fly through it pretty quick. And then kill the boss at the end, and then we skinned him to get the bits that we need to make this lovely armor set that we've got. And if I bring that up, you can see reptilian armor, it's plus 5 stamina on each part. Oh, that's 20 health actually. It's so 3 of the pieces, the boots, the chest and the helm are plus 5 stamina. The gloves and the tasset are plus 20 health. So that certainly helps, gives a little bit more HP. We've got a bit more armor because it's medium armor, not light armor we were wearing before, and it gives us some more stamina as well. So that's good. So what are we going to do today? The next thing I would normally do is we're getting close to moving to our proper base. So moving away from Noob River, which is a purge-free zone down here without a purge, and moving up somewhere that gets a bit more closer to better resources and better stuff. But before I go, what I do tend to go, a couple of episodes ago in the Steelfire, we went to this Sinner's Refuge cave. And what I mentioned in that video was right at the back of that cave is it's pretty much a guaranteed name crafter. It can be a priest, but it's either going to be a priest or a name crafter. So it's a really good location to get T4 named crafters. And you can just farm that for a while and get a bunch of really good friends that'll help you craft. But normally I would go there next and get myself a bunch of crafters before we move away from Noob River and move up the map a bit. But things have changed, particularly with the new journey step system that came in right at the end of Age of Sorcery, and it's now with us in the Age of War. And if I go and look at the Thrall Taker that we completed in, what was that, episode 3? Where we got our friend, we got a crafter friend and did that. So when we completed that, we learned Purple Lotus Orb, which doesn't tell you an awful lot about a glass-filled orb with a thick purple substance. But that is designed for knocking out humans to make them your friend. And the testing I've done with this, it's so good. It's so good because not only does it knock them out, it knocks them out without aggroing them. So, and particularly in places where they're not aggro on you and they're standing still, you can throw an orb down and it'll just knock them out. So we need to make some of these and we need to go testing them. But they're made in an alchemist bench, so the very first thing we need to do... Oh no, I need to show you something else. I've upgraded some of our stations. So people mentioned before that when I crafted this I should have updated other stations. So we've updated the furnace and we've updated the blacksmith bench and the carpenter bench. And all that means is that things are cheaper to make. So a lot of things in this sort of next tier require iron reinforcements, and on a standard blacksmith bench you need 2 iron bars to craft 1 iron reinforcement. In the improved one you only need 1, so it halves the... just like we did with the improved Fireball Cauldron, it halved the requirements to make steel fire. In here it halves the requirements to make iron reinforcements, so you only 1, so you can make an awful lot more. It does take I think it was 100 or 50. I'll put it up on the screen. No, let's just have a quick look. What does it need? It needs... there it is. Oh, it needs 100 iron reinforcements to make that, and 100 bricks. So you have to make... so you'll need 200 iron bars to make your first 100, but once you've got that, everything after that is like half price. I've also made the improved carpenter bench, and what that means is that instead of taking 10 wood to make shape wood, it now only takes 7. And it doesn't really change the crafting materials, it just means you've got a slightly bigger inventory and you can craft or smelt bars faster in the improved furnaces, and same with bricks. So yeah, that's our upgraded stations. We haven't done the armourer's bench or the tanner's yet, but we'll come to that eventually. But now we need to make the alchemist bench. But if we have a look at our... so that's under survival, and then it was under... it was part of the improved potion, well, the potion maker, which gives you the improved Fireball Cauldron, and it also gives you the improved alchemist bench. So we're going to miss out the basic alchemist bench that you learn here, and we're going to go straight to the improved one. And let's see, alchemy. Improved alchemist bench needs 50 brick, 50 shape wood, and 50 iron reinforcements. So let's get... not in there. 50 brick. 50 iron reinforcements. And 50 shape wood. Go, and I'm going to fit it in here. Yep. So let's plonk it down there. And now in here we can now make Purple Lotus Orbs. So to make Purple Lotus Orbs we're going to need a water orb, which we can make here using a water-filled glass flask and some ichor. So we can do that. We might need... have we got any flasks? We've got 4 flasks, but we've got some crystals, so we'll be able to make some more. Cancel that, take all of that. And we've also got ichor. So we put that in there. Oh, we'll have to make some, fill those water-filled flasks up. So the cheap way of doing it, let's head down to the water. We'll have to take out a croc on the way. Hello. There you go. Alright, so if we put our empty glass flasks on our taskbar, come up to the water, and then, so we're in slot 6, so if I hit 6, you can now see 1 water-filled glass flask. So that's went down to 3, 6, 6, 6. And now we've got 4 of them. So there we go. Once we get an alchemist, he'll be able to fill them in the bench all by himself. But we need an alchemist 3 or above to do that, so we're not quite there yet. Now if we put that in here, with our ichor, we can craft 4 of these water orbs. You can also pick up these water orbs off of a lot of mobs that you kill as well. You can pick them up, so you probably won't have to craft too many. We're probably going to need a bit more, so eventually we're going to have to make some more flasks, and we'll show you how to do that in a little bit. But yeah, so the Purple Lotus Orb needs 1 of them, it needs a black lotus flower, and it needs some purple lotus flowers. Now, purple lotus flowers and black lotus flowers come from the jungle area. So let me see where it is. This area here, just behind this area, this water, there are purple lotus flowers all around here. Black lotus spawns in this black garden in here, which is I believe that's the only place that Black Lotus spawn is over there. So we're going to have to go on a trip to the jungle to get Purple Lotus and Black Lotus. And one thing we'll need, it's important, is that Black Lotus garden is poisonous gas in it, so we're going to need a sandstorm mask. So if you haven't made one of them yet, you're going to have to make one of them. That's a light padding and a whole bunch of steel bars to make one of them, but that'll help us breathe in the poison. We'll take our sickle with us so we can harvest more. We'll take... That's the wrong door. We'll go out this door. We'll take Enika with us to keep us safe on the way. She needs a bit more food. There we go, let's take that. You have that. You follow us. We'll get on our horse and now I'm going to head along. Just follow the beach all the way along New River until we get to just outside that area in the jungle where I will bring you back because it's a bit of a journey. Okay, see you soon. Okay, here we are. Can't quite remember what this... Oh, what's that? It's a jaguar. Take him out, please. Thank you. Right, so it's some kind of docks. New Chemi docks? No, that's Sipta. This is... Let's have a look. Let's see if we can unlock it. So there's full of these little imp guys. So these are super easy to kill. Only 31 HP. Problem is there's just a lot of them. Come on then. Right, but we want to go around the back of here. In fact, let's see if we can get it on the map. Not going to show up? Maybe we have to cross over a little bit. Down here. Look at all them, and there's a Imp King over there as well. Oh, they're all coming for us. Okay. I will carve you down. Out of stamina. Are you helping? You are helping. Is that them all? No. Okay. Imp King's coming for us now. Right, go on in, let's go. So these red ones explode, so you need to get them pretty quickly. Quick, watch it. Boom! There he goes. So, super easy. Come on, you. Why are we not getting it on the map? There we go, Easton Barracks. Right, so it's not a docks at all. Right, so we want to go around the back. Because around this waterways around here, we should find a whole bunch of flowers. There they are over there. Also, around the back, this is another possible spawn for Rocknose. No, not Rocknose, Blood Crystal Rocknose. But there should be one right here, but it's not here today. It's one of the larger ones as well, so you'll get more. So these are the Purple Lotus flowers right here. So we're going to need our sickle. Is that bird not going to aggro on us? So there we go, 20, 40, 60, 82, 102, 124. It's probably enough, but let's get 200 while we're here. 144, 160, another one over there. Get that bird. I'll get this. 208. There we go. Oh, it's dead. Okay, so that's the flowers. So now we need to head over to... This is where we went before to get gorillas, and we're just going to go in there and we're going to go in a little bit further into that garden. So I can get across the water and I'll meet you back here again where we were before. Okay. See you soon. Okay, here we are. We're at the same entrance as we were before, just here on the very western side of this large island. So it's the big island in the middle. And we're going to work our way through this path and get to this location over here. Let's head on in. Lore stone there for you to read. And then we should start encountering shoebills. Here we go. Right, because I can't fight with the short sword on the horse, I'm going to get off of it. $89 health, so pretty easy. Into here. And it's raining in the jungle again. I do like how the armour is all wet. Nice effect. Did I hear something there? Maybe not. Alright, here's some more. And then inside those buildings is where we start to encounter the gorillas. So come on, birds. There we go. Gorillas in here. We'll have to fight. Oh, he's going to fight somebody else. Gorillas were pretty easy before, they'll be even easier now, we've got better weapons. Forgotten City of Zelha. Okay, that's the whole area. And go, gorilla down. There's another one over there, but we'll just kind of bypass that one. Here's another one. Jump. Nice. Right, so we need to kind of go... These are the grey apes. These guys here. Gorilla down the bottom. We're a bit of a sort of 45-degree angle, so it's not totally simple to get to the garden now. It's over that way. So, these are quite good XP, these guys. 9,250. That's it in there. You can kind of see on the mini-map where it is. And there we go. So you can see the black smoke all over it. These are the Black Lotus, these plants down here. So they are for, if we go down there, we'll get, so if I go down, we'll get noxious gas. There we go. So get back out again. But if I put my sandstorm mask on, we can go down. No problem at all. Right, so there's a couple of gorillas in here, which can be difficult to see because the black smoke. Oh, there he is. Oh, we just run around the outside and get the gorillas aggroed first. There's one there. Oh, we're stuck inside him. Here somewhere. There it is. And one in this corner. Nope. Okay, looks like we've got them all. Right, so sickle, this flower here with the black flowers on it, Black Lotus. So let's just get a bunch of that. I think you only need one of these per potion, but we may as well get all the ones that are here, save us coming back again in the future. Oh, gained another level. There's another one. That's 106. There's another one. Missed. And another one. That looks like it's... Is that them all? No, there's one more. Another one. There we go, 190. That's not a bad haul at all. In fact, let's just get this last one, and that's 200. Okay, that's us. Right, so now we have to get back out of here, which is this way. And once we're out of the smoke, we can take our mask off, put our helmet back on. So now we need to head back. So, come on horse, let's get home and let's get some potions made. Okay, see you very soon. Right, I just wanted to bring you back on our way back home. I'll show you where the map we are. So we're still Noob River, there's base across there. We've come down here, but just at this location here, so just to the east of that green bit here, you've got this sort of cove bit there, and you can just see over there, there's a cave entrance just over there, and that's Hanuman's grotto. So there's usually a bunch of imps and shalebacks fighting outside here, but they seem to have done a good job of killing each other. And this is one of the caves that's a great resource for crystal, which is needed for making glass, which in turn is needed for making flasks. So on our way, we're just going to grab some crystal. So I think Hanuman's grotto, yeah. There is a big boss right at the end of here that you can kill, and then you can hand in certain hearts to get nice items, but we're not quite there yet. If I just work my way in, so it's got a little bit dark, let's get the torch up. Here. Oh, we probably won't need the torch now because the crystal will light this up. So we'll take these imps out, which again are super easy, and then we've got pickaxe. You can get bunches and bunches of crystal from here. Hundreds and hundreds. We'll just gather a little bit. There's another imp king down in that bit. None of this mineable. There we go, there's some mineable bits. There we go, 500 and odd crystal, that's more than enough. 600. Right, we'll give... No. Give that to you. No, we won't. We're okay weight-wise. We can now get out of here and get home. Oh, can I get out here on the horse? No, I can't. Oh, it's night time, that's why it was so dark. Ooh, look at that mistiness, that's cool. Right. Let's put the crystal on the horse, get on the horse, and let's get home. And I'll see you when I get there. Okay. See you soon. Right, we're back home. So let's get the crystal crafting. So to craft glass... Have we got any glass in any of these? No. You take your crystal, you put it in a furnace, and you press play, and that turns it into glass. Now what we need is, we've already learned the knowledge in the blacksmith. Yeah, so in the blacksmithing, both the normal and the... Where is it? Where's the master blacksmith? You can make either in here, but we've learned the ability to make a glass flask mold, and that's made in a casting table. So unfortunately we're going to have to make a casting table, which we also have learned to make. So we need our hammer. What does that take? A casting table, so it's a big thing. 100 wood and 25 iron bars. I bet you we don't have any wood. We don't. We're going to have to chop some trees down. Should have got that prepped beforehand. Okay, we've got our wood now. So what we need, this iron bars. You got iron bars? Not enough. You've got iron bars though. So we're going to put it outside because we actually don't need it for very much at all at the moment. And as you can see, it's a fair size, so that's fine for our big base, but for our little starter base it's a bit much. So this is what we want to make. So we want to make a glass mould so that we can make glass flasks, and to make flasks you need a mould and glass, surprisingly enough. So that's 15 iron bars. So we'll get another 15 iron bars out of here. We'll take that glass. Do we have any more glass? Not in there. Not in there, but we've got more crystals though, so we can drop that in there too. We put that in here. We make a mould. There we go. Then we add glass and we can make flasks. Okay, there's 9 flasks. So as before, we need to fill them with water. So we can run down to the water with the empty flasks in our inventory. Like I said before, you can pick up both empty flasks, water-filled flasks, and water orbs all from mobs, but just hit the button and we'll fill. There we go. We've now got 9 of them. Back up and go to our alchemy table to turn them into water orbs. Drop them in there. Water orbs, craft 9. So we're properly into the complex mechanics of crafting in Conan Exiles now. So we've picked up crystal, we've put it in the furnace to turn it into glass. Yeah, that's probably enough glass for the moment. Might need that crystal for something else later on. We take the glass, put it into the casting table along with our mould, and we make glass flasks. We then fill them with water at a water source, if you've got a well, or if you've got an alchemist 3 or above, you can make them in here by itself. And then once you've got your water-filled glass flasks, you put them in the alchemist bench to turn them into water orbs. And then the final process is we'll put our Purple Lotus and our Black Lotus, and we can craft Purple Lotus Orbs. So let's craft 10 of them, and I'll see you when this is all crafted. Okay, our 10 orbs are now crafted, so now we need to test them out. So what I'm going to do is I've put the materials that we need to make a couple of wheels of friendship on the horse, and we're going to ride back up to Sepa Maru. So back in episode 4, I think it was, we rode up and we rode through Sepa Maru up here to go up and get some rhinos up in this area up here. So we're going to head over there because that's a really good place to demonstrate these orbs, because the majority of the people in Sepa Maru are not hostile. They're completely neutral to you. If you start fighting them, they will fight back. But because the orbs don't cause any aggro, we can actually knock them out without them having any issues at all. So I'll want to show you that. So we're going to ride along the river. We're going to go up this, same as before, up this snake pass up here, head over here, go around the edge of the unnamed city, which is this bit here, get to this bit entrance here. We're going to head west along here, and then there's some rhinos here, and then we've got Sepa Maru here. So I'll meet you when we get to this entrance over here. Okay, let's go. Right, here we are. We're just outside the entrance to this part of Sepa Maru. You see it down there. That's the way we came up there through the jawbone round this corner, and there's a couple of rhinos there. The boss rhino is over there. And we've got to keep well clear of that at the moment. Alright, so let's get the materials out. And let's... So building is not allowed here. That's just the radius of where you're not allowed to build next to Sepamaru. You can see it there. You can build. And... there. So we've built 2 wheels. I've put the horse just to guard there, and we've got to run in here because you'll be able to see that these guys... Oh, wait a minute, before we do that, one thing that's important is by default your friend will be on attack everything. So if you haven't done that already, change the behaviour. So you click on your friend, this wheel pops up, go to behaviour, engagement. By default it's on attack all enemies, so NMD with a red bar, it'll just go and start fighting. So we want guard me, so she will only fight if she takes damage or I take damage. Or I explicitly tell them. So although they've got a red bar, they're neutral to us and they don't aggro on us. Right now, so we need to go and look for somebody. So these are always 2 fighters. There's a fighter 3, a fighter 2, and a taskmaster. It's just a journeyman taskmaster. So what I want to do, I'm going to, first of all, we're going to tame a fighter 3, because that is a next step up, or a good step up from your Noob River named fighter. Because I think she started off with what, 65 HP or 85 HP when she was in the wild, but once she was on the wheel and became my friend, she ended up with 605 HP. These guys are starting off with 420, so they should be, once they're broken, they should be a lot better than her straight away, and they don't aggro on us. So we can get her, Lotus, stick it there, and we just throw the orb down basically at their feet, and a cloud of purple gas will appear, and you can see their torpor meter is just dropping. So the lower level guys, these level 2s, they're going down faster than this one, so they should get knocked out first. 31, 26, 22, and nobody's aggroed on us. Like if we hit any of them with a truncheon, there we go, those 2 are down, this one is almost down. 11, 8, is it going to go down? Just enough, 1 orb is enough to do a fighter 3. Okay, so let's get our bindings. Let's take the fighter 3 and let's get the fighter 3 on the wheel. Don't mind me dragging your pal right past you. Right, put you on the wheel. We'll need to borrow some of your gruel. Now again, I've got my rates racked up a bit more than normal, so it'll tame faster for the videos, but in Age of War the rate is so much quicker anyway, so it's well under an hour for a tier 3. Right, let's go looking for somebody else. Let's see if there's any named people, a tier 4 people. So I'm going to run in here. Oh, is that a sandstorm coming? Or is it just becoming night time? I'm going to run down here and grab a drink. It is a sandstorm coming. Right, so change of plan. Well, oh no, we're okay because we've got a sandstorm mask now. If you're out here and you don't have a sandstorm, if you head over to the other area where Conan's Tavern is, where I showed you before, which is, let me work out where everything is. That's Temple Quarter, so it's like here. This is Conan's Tavern here. You can get inside Conan's Tavern and you'll get shelter in there. Okay, let's just wander down the street. Over in that area over there is where the bad guys are, the plunderers and whatnot that will aggro on you. So not everybody is neutral in here, but in there is the bad guys, so we're going to avoid them. We're just going to go straight along the street and we're going to see who's down here. And see if we can find any named guys. An armourer 1, a tanner 1, This is always a fighter. This is always a fighter. These are always 3 alchemists. So an alchemist 1, another alchemist 1, and an alchemist 2, so that's no use. This is fighters and dancers. This guy's an archer, that guy's a cook. Round the corner, so it's hard for you to see in the sandstorm, but these guys here, there's a fighter 3, what you, smelter 1. So none, no name there. Right, I'm going to cut. I'm going to wander around here, and I'll bring you back if I find anybody. Okay, see you soon. Okay, great news. So there's Conan's Tavern over there. It's morning now. The sandstorm has passed, and just across from there is Dea Lead-Drinker, a tier 4 smelter. So again, we'll get an orb out. We've also got a tier 1 smelter there, so he'll go down super fast. She'll take a little bit more, so let's watch what happens here. There she goes, she's going down. Again, nobody's aggro, there's fighters all around. He's went down super fast. She's ticking down. 0 bonus damage to me. Is that because I'm standing in the cloud but it's doing me 0 damage? So because it's doing them no damage, that's why they're not getting any aggro. But they're getting really sleepy. So there we go, 51, 50. So let's put another one down before it goes back up again. So I think initially when these orbs came out, it used to take like 5 orbs, 4 or 5 orbs to knock out a tier 4, but they've changed that, so you can now knock them out with 2. And it's super easy. So before, you would have hit her on the truncheon, everybody around here would have aggroed, all these fighters around there and over there, and we would have been having a hell of a time fighting all these people as the same time as trying to get her knocked out and not dying. But there we go, 2 orbs and she's down. So get her on the rope, and I can run out here and run back over that way to where the wheels are, and I'll bring you back when I get there. Right, we're back, and we're back at Conan's Tavern again, just here. So Dea is on the wheel, becoming friends with us, but I wanted to bring you back, and I wanted to try out something the next level up. So we tamed a tier 4 relic hunter, we tamed a tier 3 relic hunter, who is back on the wheel, but we want to try a tier 4 relic hunter, and they are called Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers. They're not named, they have the title Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, but they are the tier 4 of the Relic Hunter faction, so it's the next level up from the Fighter 3 that we've already tamed. As a beginner, if you're not that confident of fighting these guys or trying to knock these out, I would suggest get one of the easy tier 3 first, because they'll have more HP and be stronger than this one, and then use that one to help you get the tier 4, and you work your way up the thralls. So you get a new river thrall first, nice and easy, then, or relatively easy should I say, and then you can use that to get a better one, and the further up the map basically you go, the better they will be. So a Relic Hunter 3 is a big improvement on a New River named fighter, even though it's not a tier 4. And then once you have that, you can use that to get the tier 4 Relic Hunter, and you can use that to work your way up to the next stage. It is possible, and there are videos out there that you can, with the new system where you don't do any damage with the truncheons, you can knock out a top tier, like a Cimmerian Berserker or whatever, straight from low level, without any armor, just with a wooden truncheon. The problem is that one mistake and they'll hit you and you will be dead. So giving you the little buffer of having a thrall to fight for you. But if I took her up to fight a Cimmerian, up to the Mounds of the Dead to fight a Cimmerian Berserker, he would kill her in like 2 hits. So you can slowly work your way up. once you get a bit more experience, you can kind of skip steps and you can go straight for the higher level ones. But I highly recommend, as a beginner, get one of these. That'll get you going to start with. That'll cope with anything down New River. Then you can get a tier 3 relic hunter. Fantastic. And then after that we can get a tier 4. So we're going to go into the dungeon at the back of this thing and get a tier 4. Now they won't be sitting, they will be moving about. So getting them to sit in the cloud, we've got to have to kind of kite them into the cloud. But we're going to give that a go. So to get in, we're going to run round the back of here. This is called the Wine Cellar dungeon. This is one of the hardest dungeons in the game. But the first room or two is not too bad at all. So we hit that door at the back and we teleport into the dungeon. Hopefully Enika comes with us. She hasn't come with us. There's the first mini-boss, that's called Seth the Drunk. Oh, there she goes, look. So we have to fight him first, and an added bonus is that he has a chance, admittedly it's quite a small chance, of dropping the best truncheon in the game. It does the most amount of torpor damage, or concussive damage should we say. So we'll fight him, and it would be really handy if he dropped it. So he doesn't have an awful lot of health, but he hits like a truck, so be really careful. Don't let him hit you. He's actually got the truncheon in his hand at the moment. So we can take him down pretty easy. Out of stamina. Right. Out of the way, Enika. And I get so much hassle for this because the amount of times that I get this first time, whereas other people will come in here and there'll be 20, 30 times and they don't get it. But there it is, Seth's truncheon. Is it legendary? It is, I think it is legendary because it's got that yellow border around it. Although it doesn't say legendary on here, but that basically means it can't be repaired anymore. So it's a strength weapon that does concussive damage, super for knocking people out. But we've also got our orbs, so no, I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it because I want to mod it, and if it's damaged you can't mod it. So we'll mod it to give it even better. So we're just going to use bog standard truncheons. I'm going to take one. I'm going to give Enika one. And we're going to try and get... In the next room, there are 2 relic hunters, treasure seekers. So I'm going to try and pull just one of them and pull them into here. Hopefully one is an archer and will stay in that room and the fighter will come with us. And once it's in the room, we're going to try and get it in the gas cloud and get it knocked out. So let's see what we can do. So open the door and then run back in again. See who comes. Oh, there's 2 fighters, so that's not the best. So get an orb down. And then try and kite them to keep them in the orb. Are they in? So she's doing concussive damage to the pokey stick one. So they're not really in the orb, and she's also going to die if we do this. So we need to take one of them out. Ease the damage on her. Let's get another orb down. Oh, she's dead. Okay, so we're really unlucky there that we've got 2 fighters. I need to get him into the cloud. Come on, into the cloud. Right, cloud's out. Come on, he's down to 30%. I'm struggling to do them both at the same time, so I'm just trying to keep them in the cloud. This is why it's not for complete beginners. It's got to take a bit of work to do this, especially when you've got two like this. Normally it would be one archer and one fighter. Go on, into the cloud. Once that one's down, we can kill off the other one. He's almost down. Come on. There he goes, he's down. Right, so let's get the sword out. Okay, he's down. So, unfortunately, we lost Enika. Don't worry about that. So we've got to take her stuff. We're now super over encumbered. We've got to put fibre bindings on and take him, and we can take him out of the dungeon. Now this used to be really janky because when you took him out of the dungeon he kind of disappeared off the rope and became invisible, but they fixed that now. So it is, he's on the rope. So I'm going to slowly walk him back to the wheels and get him on the wheel. Can I drop anything of interest? Not really. I want to keep most of that. But yeah, I'm going to walk him back and we'll I'll see you when we get there. Right, there we go. There's our relic hunter tamed, so we'll take that, we'll take the gruel, we'll just leave the wheels there. Let's go in here because we're super heavy. Let me swap that. So we've got our tier 4 Dea, we've got our tier 3 Stygian fighter, and we've got a tier 4 relic hunter treasure seeker. So we were super lucky in the wine cellar that we got Seth Truncheon first try. But we're also super unlucky that in the next room we got two fighters that came with us. Whereas it is usually one fighter and one archer. The fighter will come into the first room with us and the archer will just stay behind. And then you can just deal with that one. But we were able to, although we've lost Enika unfortunately, because they do so much damage and she is pretty weak even as a tier 4 Noob River fighter, it just meant that we had to weave the two guys who are in and out of the cloud. I would have liked to have had one because then I could have been using my truncheon on them as well, just weaving them in and out of the cloud, helping knocking them out. But we're so busy with two of them that we didn't really do much help, so we just used the orbs. But we still managed to knock it out and we got a tier 4. But like I said before, if you are a beginner, I would very much recommend getting one of those easy tier 3s. They're all over Sepa Maru. They're much better than a Noob River fighter, but it's so easy to get with one orb. The tier 4 crafters are also super easy because they're just standing about as well, and with 2 orbs you can get one of them. And then the tier 4 fighter from the inside the dungeon, that's a little bit harder, so you maybe want to get your tier 3 leveled up first before you go in there. Right, I'm going to ride back home because I can't take 2 fighters out at once. So I'm going to ride back home and we'll get the guys out and I'll let you see how they compare to a tier 4 Noob River fighter. Okay, see you soon. Right, we've made it back home again. Let's get the boys out of here. So there's the tier 3 and there's the relic hunter treasure seeker. So are we stuck on the horse? Amazing. Okay, let's put you back on there so we can move. Move you out of the way. There we go. Right, give me that one. Try that again. Right, tier 3. Boom. So if you remember Enika or any of the Noob River tier 4s, they tame out at 605 HP. This guy starts off at 1152. So he's already head and shoulders above Enika before we've even put any levels on him at all. And then the tier 4, the Relic Hunter Treasure Seeker. There we go, with his weapon. He starts off at 1,763. So, neither of them are as good as they used to be. Everybody's been nerfed in, first of all in the Age of Sorcery they got nerfed, then they got nerfed again in Age of War. But we can see the progression from a New River named tier 4 up to a Stygian fighter who's got 1,120, it's a fighter 3, sorry, 1,152, and then the tier 4 treasure seeker is 1,763. So we need to get these guys sorted out with armour, and we need to get some levels on them and make them even better straight away before we move up to the next level of the game. But that is how you make purple orbs, where you get the items from, and what you do with them. So we've learned a bit of a lesson there that our tier 4 New River was nowhere near strong enough to take on a tier 4 or 2 tier 4 Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers, which is no great surprise at all really. We're just unlucky. But the other side of it is, first try we got Seth's Truncheon, which I know I'll get abuse in the comments for that, because on my live streams I received that on first try quite a lot of times, but that's just pure luck. It is RNG. People can be in there that dungeon for 30 times and never get it to drop, so we're just super lucky with that. But we lost Enika, but we've got these two guys now, so we're moving up in the world. Okay, that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.